On the 7 charges for misconduct in public office, Brutus was ordered to post bail in the sum of $350,000. In relation to the 7 counts of liability of officer, he was granted bail in the sum of $350,000. Brutus' total bail was set at $1.4 million, while Nicholson was granted bail in the sum of $1 million. They were all instructed to make their next court appearance on January 31, 2025. Brutus now faces a total of 252 charges, with bail exceeding $17 million. On October 24 last, Brutus, along with his pregnant wife Adonica Alder, a police sergeant and a businessman, were brought before the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where they faced numerous charges related to serious financial crimes and other offenses. The quartet was arraigned before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti on charges stemming from an investigation by the Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU, of the Guyana Police Force. Following an investigation by SOCU, it was revealed that the case involved over $800 million. Of this amount, $300 million is associated with properties and other assets belonging to Brutus and his wife. The remaining $500 million has been frozen in several bank accounts belonging to Brutus, his wife, their businesses, and their 4-year-old son. Charges were recommended for the accused persons by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. Tianako reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, retired Justice Claudette Singh, has responded to those calls for her to resign. You'll have more details in this report. Amidst mounting calls by the opposition political parties for her to resign so that Guyana can have elections that are free and fair, Chairperson of the Guyana Elections Commission, Justice retired Claudette Singh, said that she will resign when she wants to.
They have a democratic right to protest.
I'm causing to resign?
Well, I don't know about resigning, but I mean to say when I want to resign, I'll resign.
For years, the main opposition, the People's National Congress Reform, has been protesting outside the headquarters of Gecom, calling for the resignation of the Gecom chair. The PNCR has accused the chairman of constantly voting with government-appointed members of the Guyana Elections Commission against positions taken by opposition-appointed members.
There is an accusation that I'm always voting with the PPP. I make my own decisions.
A visibly upset Singh said that it's one's democratic right to protest or call for her removal, but according to Singh, she makes her own decisions.
The fact is, let me just say, there are 3 commissioners on each side. I have the casting vote. That is what I have from the legislation. So what do I do when they're tied? I have to cast the vote. I make up my own decision.
Singh was selected as chair by former APNU-AFC President David Granger from a list submitted by then opposition leader Barra Jackdio. This election came after Mr. Granger had rejected 3 lists with 6 names each from Jackdio, and after a ruling by the Caribbean Court of Justice that the unilateral selection of the late Justice James Patterson as chair was unconstitutional. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. President Irfan Ali has ordered civilians to remove sirens from their vehicles, warning that those who violate the order will face serious consequences. This measure comes in response to increasing traffic violations and congestion concerns. The story from Carice Gonzalez.
An urgent directive from President Irfan Ali on Thursday called for civilians to immediately remove sirens from their vehicles, following growing concerns about traffic violations. This announcement was made during a live broadcast with senior officials from the Guyana Police Force, GPF.
If you have sirens and emergency lights illegally on your vehicle, I'm asking you to remove them immediately.
The president further warned that security firms involved in installing sirens on their company vehicles, as well as individuals selling the devices, will face fines and have their license suspended.
And for those security companies and others especially who are granted permission for the use of lights, the law will also provide for the removal of those lights and suspension of their security license if you're abusing those siren and lights. All those shops, centers who are selling these illegal lights and sirens. All those who are installing these illegal lights and sirens. I've asked the Commissioner of Police also to have his team examine this, because you too are part of the problem.
Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent and Traffic Chief Mahendra Singh stressed that private vehicle owners are prohibited from installing sirens or emergency flashlights. He made it clear that any such modifications would be removed if discovered.
And private owners of vehicles, especially SUVs, they outfit their vehicles with sirens and emergency flashing lights when they are not lawfully authorized to do so. We encourage you, as far as possible, to remove them and comply with the laws, for we will remove them when we encounter you and or it is reported to us or observed by our runs on the road.
While this initiative is not new, the GPF is cracking down on violators since the issue has become more urgent amid worsening traffic congestions, particularly during rush hours. To avoid delays, some citizens have resorted to installing sirens and flashing lights, although such laws are legally reserved for police and emergency vehicles. In February 2023, Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben announced plans to amend relevant laws to permit diplomats and senior government officials to use sirens and flashing lights. However, in September of the same year, President Ali ordered government ministers and officials to remove the devices from their vehicles, upholding stricter enforcement of the rules. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Modern Graphics is now the #1 sign manufacturer in the Caribbean. We offer the most modern and contemporary types of signs, including channel letters, halo designs, and architectural signage. With a vast variety of colors and lighting effects to choose from, we can professionally manufacture and install your sign so your business can shine among others. Visit us today at 6 Corbane Park, Annandale, telephone 220-1977, or like us on Facebook.
Visit Gaffur's Tiles and Sanitary Ware Department for stunning designs and the best in wall and floor tiles for your kitchen, bathroom, outdoor, steps, living room, and more. The Tile Department also provides products to clean, polish, and protect your tiles. Tile trims to give your tile area a complete look. Tint sets for both porcelain and ceramic tiles, along with a variety of grout colors. Not forgetting tile paste to lay tiles on wood and concrete surfaces. Our line of products combine the ideal blend of style and innovation and meet the needs of every customer. We stock a vast variety of kitchen sinks, basins, and faucets, toilets in a variety of colors and designs, along with every accessory to accentuate. Stylish double-mirrored bathroom cabinets, clear and frosted bathroom doors and enclosures. Remember, for superior customer services, superior quality, and competitive prices, it's Gaffur's, the name you can trust.
Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Rock Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Amid concerns from the opposition as it relates to the registration process for the one-off cash grant, the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Civic, has reiterated that eligible Guyanese must present a valid form of identification in order to benefit. Antonio Day reports.
Right. So we want to make sure that this person comes, register, get a picture, and then you get their ID. So when we cut the check and they come to collect the check, we give it to the right person, and the details, all the details are on the check.
That was General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Civic, Bart Jagdeo during a press briefing on Thursday. As part of the registration process, individuals must present a valid national ID card or a valid passport, as photocopies will not be accepted. The government in a statement said that these official documents are the only acceptable forms of identification used to confirm an eligibility. During registration, a photo of the applicant will be taken to ensure the person receiving the grant can be verified. Attempts to defraud the system or manipulate the process will lead to serious legal consequences under the laws of Guyana, the government underscored. The state warned that failure to comply with the full registration requirements will result in disqualification.
So when you scan the QR code, guess what you get? You get exactly what's on what you can read on the ID card.
Opposition political parties have raised concerns about the registration process, alleging that the ruling PPPC is attempting to use the verification process for other purposes other than its intended purpose. There claims that during the process, persons were questioned about their place of polling, to which the opposition has since opposed. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
As the crime situation in the Caribbean continues to pose a challenge for many who sit at the helm of government, the CARICOM arrest warrant bill will soon be implemented. Antonio Day has more.
At the opening ceremony of the 22nd Regional Symposium on Violence as a Public Health Issue, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the CARICOM arrest warrant bill soon will be implemented. The legislation is expected to boost capabilities to adequately address transnational crimes, Dr. Rowley explained.
Our little criminal punks must now know that every CARICOM territory, the law applies to them equally with respect, well, as soon as we implement the laws, that with respect to warrants for their restraint.
There are also mentions of the Advanced Passenger Information and Record Bill, the Caribbean Gang Database, and the Regional Integrated Ballistic Information Network. Chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of Grenada, Deacon Mitchell, in his address posted that there must be a full-pronged approach towards crime and violence in the region.
The issues related to the high levels of violence and crime experienced in all countries into the realm of a public health approach signals a strong intent by us as leaders to decisively and collectively treat with this challenge that threatens the development of our community and that threatens the safety of our citizens.
The CARICOM chairman posited that citizens across the Caribbean must be able to feel safe on the human rights law, which is revered, and justice is practicable.
This is aspiration of the community that every citizen is secure and has the opportunity to realize his or her potential with guaranteed human rights and social justice.
Prime Minister Mitchell alluded to the conventional approach to criminal justice system, which focuses on retribution, imprisonment, rehabilitation, and restoration, with the goal of restoring harmony and reintegrating people into society. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
On HGP Nightly News, we tell you now that Guyanese music icon Eddie Grant and United States President-elect Donald Trump have quietly settled the singer's copyright infringement lawsuit filed over Trump's use of Electric Avenue during the 2020 re-election campaign. Terms of the settlement were not disclosed, but U.S. District Judge John Coelt said the two parties have reached a settlement and the case was discontinued. Trump was found liable for copyright infringement in September, with the Electric Avenue singer asking for $300,000 and lawyers' fees in the initial 2020 filing. Electric Avenue was being played in the background of an animated clip mocking Trump's then opponent Joe Biden. The clip was later posted on Twitter and other social media platforms without Grant's permission or the purchase of a license. Trump's legal team argued that the song's use in the video constituted fair use because it was political commentary, but the judge saw things differently, calling the video a wholesale copying of music to accompany a political campaign ad. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in number 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926-284-077 or visit our website at www.tcsgt.com.
The Guyana Elections Commission Gecom is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. How to apply for registration. You must visit the Gecom registration office that is responsible for the registration of persons from your area of residence to apply for registration or name change or correction. You must be in possession of the following source documents as might be relevant. Original birth certificate or valid Guyana passport for new registration. Original marriage certificate and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by way of marriage. Original deed poll and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by deed poll. Original naturalization certificate and original birth certificate in the case of naturalization. This registration exercise will end on November 29th, 2024. For further information, please contact Gecom on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the Gecom website at www.gecom.org.gy.
This is Niraj Kumar, and I'm part of a team that is 300 plus strong at Guyana Logistics and Support Services Inc. We have done projects for the oil and gas company. We have done projects for CNOC. We have done projects for SBM. Those are the building refurbishment projects. We started doing that by providing work visas, permit, corporate services, helping them with the custom brokerage, then logistics and warehousing and all. We started looking forward. First of all was the international standardization organization ISO certification that we wanted to get. We started the journey for that with CLBD.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Following a fatal accident that claimed the life of a 42-year-old pedestrian, a truck driver was charged on Friday with causing death by dangerous driving and was granted bail. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
The truck driver who was involved in the deadly Sheriff and Dennis Street accident was on Friday charged for the offense. Dental Webb, 28 of Belfield Village, East Coast, Demerara, appeared before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where the charge was read to him. Webb was not required to plead to the indictable charge, which stated that on November 19, 2024, at Sheriff and Dennis Street, Georgetown, he drove motor lorry GAH 5183 in a manner dangerous to the public, thereby causing the death of Smart. Webb was represented by attorney at law George Thomas, who in his bail application told the court that his client has been driving for 10 years and on the day of the accident, he lost control of the truck since the brakes malfunctioned. However, the prosecutor objected to bail, arguing that the court should set a precedent for reckless driving. After considering both arguments, the magistrate granted Webb bail in the sum of $500,000. The magistrate noted that the prosecution failed to prove sufficient evidence to confirm whether the brakes had indeed malfunctioned. The accident, which occurred on November 19, involved a chain reaction of collisions, damaging 9 vehicles, including several motor lorries and cars. According to reports, motor lorry GAH 5183 spun clockwise onto Sheriff Street and crashed into motor car PAC 1090 before hitting Smart, who was walking along Dennis Street. Tragically, Smart was trapped under the lorry's rear wheel and was pronounced dead at the scene by medical personnel. The lorry eventually came to a rest partially submerged in the Dennis Street Canal. The collision caused extensive damage to several vehicles and a utility pole, leaving residents and commuters in shock. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
On Friday, the Guyana Livestock Development Authority launched its inaugural buzzworthy honey extravaganza, welcoming the public to its headquarters in Monrepo. Caris Gonzalez was there, and she reports now.
We're here at the Guyana Livestock Development Authority for the Honey Fest 2024, where scores of students and the public are engaged in talks around the benefits of honey, the products they can incorporate in their everyday life, and the different types of honey. Nightly News caught up with several entrepreneurs where they shared insights of their businesses, and this is what they had to say.
Today we are showcasing our 16-ounce honey that we have, as well as our 45-gram honey. We also have a line of juices that we do, which also include honey in it. Instead of using sugar, we use honey and the natural sweetener from the juice itself. We have an office at Nompearl. You could also reach out to me on WhatsApp, or you can call 688-9836.
Those soaps, lip balm and other products too, other than the honey. The honey that we are selling is natural honey. This is the mangrove honey, the white mangrove honey. If you look at the color, this one is mangrove, jamon, and a mixture of different flowers. This is why you get this color, the same way as this one. So we want people to know that the honey in the supermarket, they might sell it for the top here because it's pure honey.
I'm a beekeeper. Also, I specialize in bee products like wholesale. I wholesale suits, bee suits, smokers to other beekeepers across the country for wax foundation. And also we do honey, which is a byproduct of beekeeping.
What we have here, what we brought out from the Rupununi is some honey. We got some pure Rupununi honey.
We sell a variety of facial soap. We also make sugar scrubs, scented candles, and with body butter. Our products is
is that they're filled with many benefits, such as the main one being treat and prevent acne.
It all depends on the shades of the honey and where the bee pollinate and where the honey come from. And we sell honey and give people value for their money because health is important.
Meanwhile, Wilton Fordyce, a livestock extension officer at the Guyana Livestock Development Authority and assistant lead of the Honeyfest Committee, highlighted that the inaugural Honeyfest 2024 stands as a celebration of inclusivity, bringing together beekeepers and apiculturists to exchange knowledge and insights of the field.
We have persons having on display, tasting, and so forth, the raw honey. People will be able to understand that honey taste is based on the trees that they forage on.
Honeyfest 2024 has been a success, featuring multiple giveaways and opportunities for learning. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting from the lawns of the Guyana Livestock Development Authority.
Thank you, Carice, for your reporting. Stay with us. Your regional news is up next.
Today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-Hand Trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-Hand Trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Phoenix Oilfield Services and Engineering Inc. is a 100% owned Guyanese company that specializes in supporting the growing oil and gas industry in Guyana. We do this by providing procurement services, civil and engineering services, facilities maintenance, janitorial, equipment rental, and servicing. Phoenix offers a wide range of products such as HGP bottles, cotton rags, Turkish towels, as well as absorbent pads as well, which we supply to the oil and gas industry. We also do engineering, so this ranges from the design to the actual construction of the projects. Phoenix Oilfield Services and Engineering Inc. is a proud local support company for the oil and gas sector, providing excellence in every experience.
Gecom is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Where to apply for registration? You are required to visit the registration office that is responsible for the registration of persons in your area of residence to apply for registration. Office hours, Monday to Thursday, 8 to 12 hours, 13 hours to 16 hours 30, and Friday from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 15 hours 30. The offices will be closed on weekends and holidays. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact the Gecom on 225-027729 or visit the website www.gecom.org.gy.
They stop don't go away when you don't eat food, you know. You got fair wash your place because I did my nails. Well, if somebody bought it, I'll make a nice cake. It's my good cake on the same.
Madam,
I got a call from the people in the community, and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place, and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peppies, you get the best and these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things, and I'll carry them for evidence.
I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you.
Good evening and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. We tell you a comprehensive study conducted across 15 Caribbean territories by CAF Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean has revealed significant deficiencies in the region's infrastructure, emphasizing the need for climate-resilient investments. With Caribbean countries disproportionately vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, these gaps hinder efforts at building resilience against environmental shocks. The preliminary findings were presented to senior Caribbean and Commonwealth Secretariat officials in London during a symposium organized by CAF in partnership with the Commonwealth Secretariat and the Antigua and Barbuda High Commission to the United Kingdom, titled Accelerating Collective Action in Support of Caribbean SIDS. The findings will support leaders, policymakers, and development partners in making decisions about climate resilience initiatives, understanding resource scarcity constraints, economic diversification opportunities, and unlocking critical financing. CAF was deliberate in extending the scope of the study beyond its shareholder countries, recognizing that these issues affect all Caribbean countries. Over in Grenada, Grenada's Ministry of Agriculture is sounding the alarm about a potential banana disease that could decimate the country's agricultural sector. Tropical race 4, known as TR4, a lethal fungal disease that has already devastated banana crops across Latin America, South America, and Asia, has not yet reached Grenada. However, agricultural authorities are taking aggressive preventative measures to keep it out. In the past, Panama disease was thought to be a disease of heliconias and maybe just attacking bananas by the way, but that was not so because in the long run, it would have wiped out our groves, Michael, said Francis Noel, Acting Pest Manager. Acting Pest Management Officer Francis Noel warned farmers to be vigilant, and once they are seeing leaves wilt, starts to get discolored, and start falling and forming a skirt around the plant, it's something to be suspicious about. Regarding prevention, Noel stressed in the case of TR4, if farmers notice there's a problem, they should not interfere, but rather call the pest management unit or inform an extension officer. And now for some international news. U.S. regulators want a federal judge to break up Google to prevent the company from continuing to squash competition through its dominant search engine after a court found it had maintained an abusive monopoly over the past decade. The proposed breakup, floated in a 23-page document filed late Wednesday by the U.S. Department of Justice, calls for sweeping punishments that would include a sale of Google's industry leading Chrome web browser and impose restrictions to prevent Android from favoring its own search engine. Although regulators stopped short of demanding Google sell Android 2, they asserted the judge should make it clear the company could still be required to divest its smartphone operation system if its oversight committee continues to see evidence of misconduct. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Brutus, woman sergeant, businessman, slapped with additional charges for financial crimes, granted bail. I make my own decisions. I will resign when I want to, says Gecom chairman. Remove sirens or face fines and suspension, says President Ali. And Trump quietly settles copyright lawsuit over use of Eddie Grant's mega-hit Electric Avenue. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.